What's going on, guys? It's Screech here, and today we're going to be having a look at an official Konami app that they've just released. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Neuron has came to the TCG, or English as such. We're going to be having a look at it today and comparing it to some of the other softwares that I've been using previously, in particular the two you see there, which is Cyrus and Yugipideia. Yugipedia is a database that has just about every goddamn card in the game on here. Even when it comes out in Japan, you can go ahead and go on here, just simply type it in. Whoops. Just simply type it in, and every card of that will come up. You can then go ahead and click on it. It'll tell you the effect. You can then also go ahead and add these to decks, create more decks, etc., etc. Not a feature I use a lot, but however, if I'm trying to think of a card, or maybe I'm looking for a specific thing, for instance, maybe I'm making a deck with, let's say, Draconet, and it needs a normal tuner, it has a good filter system to where I can just go like normal, monster, dragon, tuner, and I can also filter out the level system from 1, 2, 3, and it'll give me all the options. I could summon off the Draconet, Flame Vanguard probably the best because I can go for Link Rebo. I can then go ahead and go on a different website and potentially purchase them. Cyrus, however, completely different to Yugipedia. It is just simply a box standard life point counter. It does have a log, so you could use this in locals. I know people don't like using this. Of course, you can't use this at sanctioned events because it's against Konami policies. It has a standard coin flip, and it also has a dice roll because I'm forever forgetting dices. When it comes to taking life points off, you've got all your standard numbers. You also actually have a plus and a divide, which you can straight do half for paying things like Solemn Judgment, and you don't need to work it out. I use this app pretty much every week at locals, and it's kind of sad to see that I might stop using this. Now, I've never actually looked at this app. Go away, thank you. And we're going to have a look at it today. So I don't know if there's any music or anything on this. If there is, I'm going to have to turn it off because of copyright reasons. Doesn't sound like it. So you start off, you agree with this screen. Very good. Oh, there seems to be a little bit of audio. Yep. And agree in terms of services. Privacy no, yep, looks good to me, I've confirmed. You see now Quest, I read that. Oh, and a download. Okay, well this is the first time I've looked at this app, so hopefully this download doesn't take too long. And we're going to go over what we are exactly looking at in this video. So I've never actually been on this app, but I have been told that there is a scanning feature to where you can scan your cards and it instantly adds them to deck and tells you everything about them. So today we've actually grabbed from my small collection over there 4 cards. Now in particular we've grabbed 4 cards of 4 different rarities from 4 different sets, old and new, and we've put them in 4 different sleeves just to see how good this thing is at picking it up. So for the sleeves we've got a Dragon Shield sleeve, an Ultra Pro sleeve, a Konami official sleeve, and a cheap old penny sleeve. So that sort of covers how good this feature is going to be, because I feel like this is the most important feature. As well as that, apparently it also has a box standard Cyrus sort of life point counter, and the ability to test hands, which Yugipedia also has. So this is potentially a combination of both of those apps. So we are looking forward to seeing what it's going to be like. Continuing to wait for this download. Not long to go. I didn't know this download was here, so apologies, otherwise I would have just done this download post video. Not too long now though, we're nearly 3/4 of the way through it. So I'm going to be uploading a lot more content now, especially since we've started to go back to locals. It's kind of hard to record, but we're making do with what we've got. Rise of the Duelist is around the corner, which means Dragma is here, so we're all excited for that as well. And yeah, so this app came out in Japan, and I didn't really look at it because I sort of thought it would mostly be a Japan exclusive. However, it popped up today in the Play Store, so we were going to see. We're going to start, I think, with the scanning feature. We're going to go in rarity order. We're going to start with the common. So let's get our common ready. Move back a bit because we might need our camera feature for this. There we go. We're going to link our Konami ID extra. That is actually a really big feature for me. Being able to link your Konami ID is really good because I am constantly forgetting it. So we'll get greeted with this screen. Not too fancy to look at. We've got the Yu-Gi-Oh logo up on the top. We've got our 4 options at the bottom: calculator settings, log archives, and duel. We've got news here, which we're going to actually have a look at first, just to see what it gives us. Maybe it gives some information on some. It does. It does here, so it gives us information on new product. That's really cool. I like that. It goes ahead and tells you exactly what's going on. So September 24th, we've got the Legend of Ra set coming out. We've got this new deck box, which looks nice. These new sleeves. We've got the Dragons of Legend complete set. This is where Tomb Kingdom was probably going to get reprinted. Rise of the Duelist coming out next week, which I'm really excited at. Oh my god, the Megatins are at the end of this month. I did not know that. I knew they were soon, but Jesus. And then, of course, the Match of the Millennium stuff as well. Moving on, we also have some notifications about the app itself, which is also fine. We're going to go back over to this dual feature now and have a look at this. So if we press dual here, is this going to do anything? Okay, so we have the life point counter. Now, important thing to know with this, and the first thing I noticed, it has a timer. So if you're playing some casual duels and want to get used to that competitive environment, you can also have your timer on it. That's a really nice feature, and I like it. And I'm assuming pressing reset here, yep, actually just resets everything. Going over to tools here, we've got our dice, we've got our heads and tails counter. We also have counters, which is very nice. Do these counters hold? These counters do hold. So if you've not got dice on you, you can just go ahead and keep doing this, close it, back over to me. Oh yeah, I have a counter on this card now. Maybe if you're playing something like Mind Burn, you need that Cauldron of the Old Man. And again, the reset will more than likely counter that. A quick message there, you can just go away real quick. Music, which I'm probably not going to play, but we can, however, just get rid of it, which is also pretty nice. The camera settings, let's have a look at this. So we'll allow it to have a look at what is going on. Move our cards in shot. Okay, so we have 4 cards going on here, as you can see, in 4 different sleeves. It appears to be picking up most of them. I think it's actually linked to possibly the Eye of Anubis. So let's get rid of the other 3 in shot. Focus on just the one. And see what this does. So it has actually picked up that there's an 82% chance that is number 107, which it is. This was, however, in the official Konami sleeve, so that is fine. You can then go ahead and share this, include this in, I'm assuming this is a deck sort of facility. Oh, it's took me to another page. What's this taken me to? It's taken me to the Konami database, actually. Oh, that's really cool. So it tells you the sets it's in. We can see it's in Battles of Legend, Megatins, Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy, Rarity List, but this appears to be kind of broken. But it's just a drop-down menu, and some other related cards. That's a really cool feature that it takes you straight to this. Tells you the sets that it's in. Decks using this card. Let's have a look. So it tells you some pre-made decks that people have made that have used this card. We see a lot of Blue Eyes, a lot of Galaxy Eyes here. More Blue Eye stuff. Somebody's using this in Heroes. So that's also pretty cool as well. Back over to the dual feature. Let's have a look what else we can do in here. That's pretty much it. This thing also has a log, which I'm assuming will go ahead and calculate at some point. So if we do this, yeah, it does also calculate and keep track of that. And I'm assuming once again, when we reset it, it all resets nicely. This is pretty good for a life point counter. I might consider using this over Cyrus. It does seem to have a few more features, including a timer, which is handy. You don't have to keep asking the judge how long on the round. Let's have a look at the calculator settings, shall we? So this is pretty good. It has a reduced power consumption feature, which I will definitely enable now because I will forget. And again, for anyone that is going to download this app and maybe is having a look at it, definitely put this on. Reducing the power that this app does to your phone increases the battery life and definitely will last a whole event as opposed to more than likely one game, because there does seem to be a lot going on, and it does seem to be the kind of app that will drain your battery. Enable your device to sleep while the duel is underway. This is something I probably would disable, but we're going to keep it on for now. And enable or to automatically add the 2 zeros. This is a nice feature as well. The log archives. Now I think this keeps track of all of your duels. This this is awesome. Wow, I absolutely love this. Oh, this is amazing. So what you can do here is keep a log of your duels. So let's say I went to locals and I played a game. I can then go ahead and keep track. It helps me memorize and helps you get better at the game. Because if you go to events, especially a lot of them, it's handy to keep track of what's going on in the events. So let's say I played a regional and my first round I decided I won, and I used a deck. I don't have any decks available, so let's say I would press win, I would go Subterra and the opponent, and I can give the opponent's deck name, so let's say Salamangreat, or just do Salam, or let's go Salad, because that's the abbreviation of it. Opponent's deck info, you could then potentially go ahead and say, let's say it was the access code talker build, and then go ahead and dual notes, something like maybe Cosmic, Cyclone, the field spell, maybe there can be only one, and it just sort of gives you information. I can then go ahead and keep that, and then maybe when I get home after the event, I can have a look at the games I played and go, oh, what did I do in that Salad game? I won. Cosmic Cyclone, the field spell, there could be only one. I know now if Salad becomes the next meta deck again, I know exactly what to put in. I really like that feature. That is phenomenal feature in my opinion. We could easily show you this right here. If I go over to where is it? Samsung Notes. Here's my deck profiles and recent analyses I've had of games. So I actually do keep track of the games that I play. So having this all built into one app is pretty good. This, however, is getting annoying, so let's just mute this real quick. So, that's pretty much it for this feature and the news. We'll move over to decks. We have Camera Search, My Deck, Deck Search, Forbidden and Limited List, and Card Search. So we'll start with the Forbidden and Limited List. This is just going to show you the most recent changes. I'm sure if we press this, it'll take you to the Konami official page. Yep, 99 forbidden cards. That's actually funny because I was talking to someone on Overwatch the other day, and they said, you have a big ban list, don't you? I said, yeah, we have a load of cards banned. And then I said, how many? I said, probably about 100. And I didn't actually know that there was spot on 99. So, a pretty good guess if you ask me. Just shows you the newest list. I wonder how fast this will update when we get a new list. We will see. We'll go on to deck search. This allows you to search other people's decks by the looks of this. This is pretty good. Let's have a quick scroll through here and see if we can see any. We see a lot of decks in Japanese because, of course, this app has been out in Japan a lot longer. So I played Cyber Dragons at my most recent locals. So let's have a look at this guy's Cyber Dragon list. So obviously it is a Japan list, so he is playing Max C, but as you can see, because we are in the TCG, it does have the band logo. That's pretty nice as well. Pretty standard list if you ask me. Of course, he's playing the Harpy's Feather Duster as well. Only 2 copies of Impermanence, only 2 Lightning Storms. He's playing a Cyber End, he's playing a Nightmare Cerberus, he's got the Dragoons engine, it looks like, going on in the side deck here. Has he got Dragoons in the extra deck? Maybe that's one of these. So the first thing I've noticed now, we have cards backwards that are in Japanese, and I don't like that. Can I change this? This language is still set to English, so I'm going to assume that these 2 cards that we have here, this one and this one, are cards that we just don't have in the TCG yet, and maybe that's why they're not showing it us. So that's a little bit of an unfortunate feature. Everything else here looks really good though. The cards are exactly like the pictures. There appears to be no alt artwork. It seems to be original art, especially for a card like Ash Blossom. Maybe we could potentially change the artwork of this if you're a big Feet fan, but I'm not, so we're not going to talk about that. Next feature we got is my deck. I'm assuming this is just going to be creating a standard deck. Let's go ahead and do Dragma because that is all I am talking about at the moment. What you can do here, it looks like... what's going on here then? So, it doesn't appear to be finding Dragma cards. If we find a more generic card, let's search Jet. It's not working. Let's try filtering something. Let's just go for dragons and see what comes up if I search dragons. Okay, so we have a lot of dragons. So let's go ahead. Oh, we can actually do multiples. That's really good. So let's do spellcasters. Let's do lights. They're not links. They are effect monsters. Let's search and see if we can get the Dragma cards to come up here. I'm probably going to scroll right past them, I feel. There's an effect veiler. That's nice. We got the fairy tale cards. Fortune ladies. Magician of Faith. See, if I just search D, does it have to have the full card name, maybe? No, it seems to have filtered that. Let's put the R in. It does keep bringing up this menu, which is a bit annoying. So the Dragma cards don't seem to be popping up, maybe because of their name change. Let's search DO for Dogmaticas. Now, those don't seem to be coming up either, but that just could be because they're not out in the TCG yet. It is only July 29th, and of course they come out August 6th. So let's go ahead and search for something else. Let's go for something that is out. So let's go for Exodia. I know we did Jet Synchron before. Let's take off the effect monsters because most of them are dark. Let's get rid of these and search. And yeah, the Exodia cards are now popping up. So, took a while to work out this feature, but it does seem to be working. We have a filter scale here, sorting from A to Z, Z to Ed, levels, etc, etc. The plus feature here, is going to tell you the effects. I really like that. So if I want to go ahead and add one of these cards, let's say this one to our deck, we're going to click it. I don't see any mention of it only being on one in the list. Seems a little bit annoying, but you can go ahead and add this to the deck. We can add two, you can add three of them. Don't like how you can't just change that straight to three, and you have to press the button multiple times, but that is pretty good as well. We'll just quit that without saving real quick and go back and have a look. Card search, I'm assuming that is the same as deck search, but for individual cards. And the last feature we're going to search about on this is the camera search. So we've already had a look at number 107, which is, of course, a common from the OTS in the official sleeve. We'll give it another test right now, see if it wants to pick it up. Seems to be picking it up really well and has once again found it. So let's try with something different now. We have got a rare from the Extreme Force set in a standard white Ultra Pro sleeve. See if this picks it up. Again, seems to be picking it up really well. Yep, picked it up. Doolittle Chimera. Happy days. Let's try with a foil card. So we got a super rare here from the Eternity Code set, one of the newest sets available. This is in a Dragon Shield Ivory sleeve. Again, picks it up really fast and really well. Let's try with a gold secret rare in a penny sleeve. A really hard rarity to get. It's found it, really low percentage, but it has actually found it, which is also pretty good. Seems pretty standard as a searcher. Next, we're going to go to data. This is where you can add Konami ID. We've got the FAQ, which is probably just going to talk about all the system stuff, and the standard settings. Cards per row, 5, 6, 7. Seems a bit weird. So if we go to deck search real quick, can I just straight copy one of these decks? I believe I can. Is there a way to do this? Yes, copy to my decks. And if I go to duel now, nope, not duel. If I go to decks, my deck, we've got this. Can we play with this? Now I know there is a feature to play with this, but I'm not going to lie, I'm not seeing the feature anywhere. There's supposed to be a feature, it said it in the patch notes, to where that you can test hands with this, but I'm not seeing it anywhere. Oh, there it is. Draw a 5-card hand. So you can't necessarily play with it, but it can show you random hands. You can spam this and see the sort of hands you are playing, and potentially do combos. Now you can actually consistently press the +1 board, which is pretty good. However, you can't do something that you can do on a app like Yugipideia, which is just essentially play a game, which I can kind of understand Konami don't want to do. If we just go over here to Gremanju, we can go ahead and draw our 5-card opening hand, and we can go, okay, we'll trade in for Gizmek, and we can draw 2 cards. Seems decent. We can discard this to search the, oops, not the Gizmek, the Golden Castle. Can activate the Golden Castle. What else can we do? We could reveal Nessie. There is no dice feature on this, but let's say we're going to go ahead and hit the Nessie. So we're going to hit the, let's say, Super Poly. The Nessie's going to get summoned. We're going to draw. We can potentially banish a bunch of stuff here. So the way you have to do this is like this. Either way, you can't do anything like that on this app, but it is pretty good. You can, a good player can work out their combos straight away from the deck. So you can literally just go ahead and do it. Now, this feature here, like this, I really like this here, to where I can see exactly what it is like this. What I would love here, though, Konami indeed, probably the #1 feature you can add here is a print. If you could print this as a official deck form for your tournaments, that would be really, really handy. Again, the draw 5 feature is here as well, and your standard consistent draws as we go along. Hey, Snake Rain, good card. Overall, this app is pretty good. I have kind of got used to the Cyrus and Yugipideia, so maybe I wouldn't use this app, but it is definitely better than the other 2 apps. It has everything that the other 2 has combined, and I kind of like it, I'm not gonna lie. I believe this is new. Just asking to restart the application, but it's good. The scanning feature is really good. I kind of wanted to test this on a proxied card, but all of my proxied cards are downstairs. So maybe I go and grab one of those real quick. Okay, after some possibly swift editing, we have my Dragma deck. Now, of course, like I said, Dragma is not out, so we're going to have a look at a fake card. So, let's go camera search here. And we have a faked copy of Ecclesia. Now, I kind of feel bad because Ecclesia is not out in the TCG, so I feel like this is just straight not going to find it. Maybe this wasn't the best thing to do, but let's have a search. So it says the card is not in the database. I don't think I have a proxied card in here that's actually out. Everything I've got in here is not out, and that's kind of why it's proxied. So, big sad. Sad that we can't try that. However, I don't think it will work because it does seem to be scanning it by maybe the Eye of Anubis. Who knows? But the feature does work really well. Certainly better than, I think the TCG Player app had this feature and it was horrible. But like I said, it's pretty good. I do like it, and I do think I will use this app. Certainly more than the other 2. If I can get used to it. Having your Konami ID here is absolutely huge because I forget my Konami ID every event. So I can link this and we'll never forget it again. I can just come on this app and be like, boom, it is this. So, really good. By linking your Neuron Konami ID, you can save up to 1,000 decks. Wow, that is a lot of decks. That's really good though. Overall, pretty good. I'd definitely recommend this app, and I'll leave a link into the description to the official link because I couldn't actually find this on the Play Store, and actually had to go to the Konami website, and then the Konami website linked me to the Play Store. So, bit of a sad time, but the video is good. I don't know what the music feature was about. I'm pretty shocked about how good this app actually is. Do highly recommend it, guys. You should download it, especially if you're going to attend more events during lockdown. It's been your boy Screech, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this small review on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Numeron app, or Neuron app. Peace.